Hello, hockey fans. Well, it's finally official. The Stanley Cup final is locked in, and we are just a day away from the big series starting. But the day before it starts, I want to get you ready for it. So here's a preview of the Cup final and a look at the two teams who made it this far. Well, they did it. In year 8 of this streak, they finally broke through past the Final Four, and now here they are, the Carolina Hurricanes, our former uh, Adams Division brethren, are in the Stanley Cup Final. First time they made it this far since 2006 when they won the whole thing, and this is the first time they made it with this group and coached by the man who led them to that cup as a player, Rod Brindamore. Um, the Hurricanes, history used to be the Hartford Whalers, but the good playoff luck didn't come until they moved out of New England and into North Carolina. And this is their third overall appearance in the Cup final. Their first was in 2002. Of course, they ran into the um, Red Wings juggernaut that year. Of course, Carolina is led by one line in particular. Of course, 20 years ago it was the BBC line, and of course one of those B's is the head coach, Rod Brindamore. It was the BBC line 20 years ago. This year it's Stakehoven, Hall, and Blake. Those three have combined for 19 goals during this playoff run. Stankoven has 9 of them. It's just amazing. Remember, they traded Miko Ranson to get Stankoven. So yeah, um, those two are really those three are really showing out. And of course, in net you have Freddie Anderson, who is tearing shit apart. 12-1, an a GAA. Well, it kind of operates like a ERA in baseball almost, but a GAA of under 1.5. He's got 3 shutouts. He's definitely going to get the Conn Smythe should Carolina win this. I would think. Well, I would think if Carolina doesn't win this, he should get it. There could be a case for that, but but Anderson is just tearing it up, and Carolina, they actually have a chance at history here because they're 12-1 in this playoff run. The worst they could finish while winning the cup is 16-4. That was the Avs record in 2022, and a few others had that. The best record since the first round was extended to back in 1987 was 16-2. That was the Oilers in '88. If Carolina sweeps this series, they'll surpass that at 16-1. So we could see history in the making right here for the Hurricanes. You know, Jesse Pinkman really said it best. They can't keep getting away with this, but they they are. This is only their ninth year total in the league, and this is their third time in the Stanley Cup final. That's 1/3 of their existence. 1/3 of their existence. Of course, you all know how that first appearance played out. First year, get in the final, but Washington beats them. It was year 6 that saw win the cup a year after they missed the playoffs. Proof that the best revenge is living well. And now here they are. Here they are in the cup final for the third time in the franchise history. A lot of factors come into play, but here's one main. There's one main one. There's one main one that really led Vegas to this. Mitch Marner. Leafs fans, are you finally ready to admit that Mitch Marner was never a problem there? Because Mitch did what Mitch is doing in Vegas, he was doing it in Toronto. But Maple Leafs fans didn't appreciate it. They wanted him out, and unfortunately the team listened. And what did I say was going to happen? What did I say was going to happen? You trade off Mitch for no reason. He's going to win elsewhere, and here he is, the Stanley Cup final. They will never learn. But Mitch is just tearing up. He's leading in points. There's a good chance he's going to be the Conn Smythe winner if Vegas wins this. If Vegas wins this, he's going to be the Conn Smythe winner, and that will further twist the knife to Maple Leafs fans. Actually, either one would, because Anderson's next week too, who they ran off kind of. But anyway, you got Mitch Marner, you got Jack Eichel. He's right behind him in points. He's got 18 points, 16 were helpers, but helpers add up, especially the key ones. And you got Dorfe, we got Pavel Dorofeyev and Brett Howden with 10 goals each. It's monstrous what they're doing. And this team could win 2 cups without even existing for a decade yet. Oh boy. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens uh, with this team in this series. It's going to be absolutely wild. And there you have it. Two teams each looking to win their second Stanley Cup. Of course, each of them has one. Hurricanes won and came in 2006, and Vegas won in 2023. So it's going to be an interesting Cup final, and it all starts tomorrow, Tuesday. Game one in Raleigh at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on ABC. ABC will have the Stanley Cup final in its entirety this year. It is their turn to air it in the States. Or of course, Sportsnet will have it in Canada in English and TVA Sports in French. So that is my preview of this year's Stanley Cup final. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe. If you want more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit my follow button, and the link above. That's my story on Vocal. Check it out when you can. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow to recap Game 1 of the final. So stay tuned.